Hello, I'm Dhillan Bhardwaj and welcome to my shop in Long Eaton. Today I'll be telling you my success story with UKVibe.TV, from how I started my business from then until being a £1 million company. Come on in. I'm Dhillan Bhardwaj, I'm the CEO of Ratchet Clothing. My job role is basically everything really, from packing, tie-dyeing, management to public appearances, interviews. I do everything. I was born in Long Eaton itself, as I was born in Nottingham, which is in Long Eaton. My childhood was very simple. Like, my family didn't have anything, was all very well. There's 18 of us who used to live together. We still do from this day, but obviously in a bigger house now. Things are better with all the businesses themselves. Childhood was very up and down. I didn't really have a childhood. Like, there's not really a memory I could think of and say, oh, I did this in my childhood. It's all. Well, I started working at the age of 5, so my childhood was working in a garage somewhere. When I was younger, I didn't have a choice. It was to be in the family business, which is car garages and mechanics and stuff like that. So when I finished college, I had to drop out 4 months into college because I decided to make a clothing brand one day. It was never a sort of a business plan or anything that I was bothered about. I was never into fashion or anything like that. So one day I decided to make a t-shirt in my garage at home. Then I made a Facebook page, and within the first week I had like 10,000 people who liked it. So I just basically kept carrying on, seeing what everybody was about and just making different things which people loved, and that's where I am today. So nothing really influenced me from my youth now. Ratchet Clothing started in 2012. I was just in my mum and dad's room one day. I liked the name Ratchet in general because of Azealia Banks. So I get a lot of my influences and inspiration from her. So I met who is my manager to this day. He used to be a web designer. So I was like, look, can you design me this logo? Here's my brief. Then we vinyled it out on a machine, so like a vinyl plotter. Then we took it on a t-shirt. Then I took it home to bleach and just to add my different sorts of tie-dye and effects on there. And then the first ever design I put online, and it just blew up from there. So I started when I was 16, 2012. The current location, well, I lived in Long Eaton first, so I sort of wanted to keep the whole sort of vibe down here. But this is our flagship store in Long Eaton, so these are my most popular designs that are showcased in store. So we have over 100 different items here, which are available for everybody, so take a look around. This whole building, well, obviously this is mine, and then you've got my offices that are mine just out that door there, but inside here is inside my dad's business, which is ESP Cars, and this used to be a tunnel where he used to drive the cars in and out to get outside. So I thought one day I wanted a shop. It wasn't wasted space, but it was just space which we could find a different alteration for cars to get out. So I thought I'll make a shop here. So I do all my events here. So like launches and stuff. We get people travelling from around the UK, Scotland, Glasgow, sort of Leeds, Manchester, everywhere. Just coming here for launches and stuff like that. So it's quite useful. No, no inspirations are from no one. So everything here is designed by me and my best friend who lives in Maryport. Also my in-house designer, he's upstairs, you'll meet him in a minute. He's very good with illustration, so he can draw very well. Whereas my other designer in Maryport, he's very vibrant with his designs, very in your face, sort of quirky. So there's me, who sort of finalises off the designs, but I do a lot of tie-dye, so the stuff that you see around now. But we have 3 people with different sorts of heads, which then combine, and then we just sort of decide on the end of what we want and what we don't want. There's several. We'll start with the people I've met first. There was Azealia Banks, there's the Prime Minister who invited me around his house for tea. There's Miley Cyrus, there's Amber Rose, there's Jessie J, there's doing them like X Factor people. Every single person who's been in the finals of X Factor has got Ratchet. So TV shows, BAFTA award winning Lauren Socker, and she lives in Derby. She's in Misfits. She's got some stuff. So I would say the famous people who have worn my stuff has obviously made an impact, but I would say the story behind the brand, so like what it actually represents, is more of an impact than seeing someone famous wearing it instead. I dress more very chilled out. Like I would never dress up unless I have to meet somebody or do an interview or anything like that. Like today I have joggers and a hoodie on. I don't like dressing up. I'm not the sort of person who wears all these materialistic sort of things. I make my own stuff. Like I don't like wearing other people's shit. I like wearing my own things. Because I make my own things too. So if I do see something online and then it's like 50 quid, I can make it myself for like half the price. So there's no point sort of shopping anywhere else. It's quite sad actually that some of the people, so I do different campaigns monthly. So I've got the Biggest Beautiful campaign that's coming up soon, which represents people up to size 2XL, so big people who don't have the sort of opportunity to shop at other brands independent wise because they only go up to a size large. So I do a lot of things for the public, sort of people to inspire themselves, to sort of make them feel like you don't have to be skinny or you don't have to be this way, that way. But there's a lot of people who have helped mentally wise too. So we've had quite a few people who have been afraid to be who they are. So when I was in school, I sort of had to follow what everybody else was doing because I wasn't comfortable being or doing whatever I wanted to do. Like you had to just follow the whole vibe that was going off there. But as soon as I left school, it was sort of, everything was about me and what I wanted to do and how I wanted to change. So what I'm doing now is interacting with kids who were me at that time and letting them open up before they have to leave school, because it's not fair to sort of have to hide yourself or be somebody different. It's not something that I really agree with. But personally wise, I've become more confident in everything really. Myself, the way I want to be, the stuff that I want to do, where before I used to be very questioned, like why are you doing this, what's this for, is there a reason why you're doing this? But now I don't listen to anybody. I don't have to ask if I want to wear this or if I want to do this or if I want to make this. Like if I want to do it, then I'll do it. So people sort of need to be more free to themselves than how, within the shit environment that we're in now, it's very stereotyped and uniformed, where when people buy Ratchet clothing, it's not just always a top that you want to wear out. It's sort of a message to say, look, I don't really care if you have a problem. Or it's more like, well, everybody, if you see on my social media, we sort of treat everybody as like a family. So we're a very close sort of brand where we like to help others. It's not all about the money. So like charity wise, I'm an anti-bullying ambassador when it comes to stuff like that too. But I think with the brand, I care more about just making people happy than seeing how much money I'm making. Motivation wise, I guess, like I don't, it's a job, like you have to do it. The people who buy your clothes motivate you. Like they're buying your clothes for a reason, so you need to carry on doing what you're doing for them to come back and buy more. Otherwise, if you don't give a shit, they ain't gonna give a shit, they ain't gonna buy your stuff, so you can't really do anything. If you're not motivated, then people ain't gonna be bothered in your brand at all. So that's why I don't, when you get big brands, they have people who do it for them. But you know, when someone like me, who's the CEO as well as just doing everything else, it's nice to sort of be part of the whole thing where you're pushing everything forward and you're not just relying on other people, if you know what I mean. But that just goes with all businesses. If you start something and then you pass it on, then you're sat at home while you're doing this and you're calling them saying, is everything okay? If you're not there yourself to do your job, they don't ever expect it to last, because it won't. The dream is to have more stores, to be known worldwide. So I had a store in Essex for 6 months, which I won an Opal Award for being the best pop-up store in that area. So Lakeside is the 6th biggest shop in the UK, shopping centre. So to have more pop-up stores, really, to go on like a world sort of tour around, to have different pop-up stores, just to sort of get the name out globally. So that's the dream. Famous people really isn't a sort of thing. I just want people to feel more, I want to be known more about the story than just a person who makes clothes, if you know what I mean. So to be, to carry on inspiring people, I guess, and just making them feel more comfortable with who they are. I will probably be, well, I would have finished college by now. So I would have been doing that for 2 years. University, I think I would have probably gone to university to study, I don't know, like I have no idea what it would be. But I've always been interested in cooking. Like I like food, so I like making sorts of stuff. And I wouldn't want to, as not as disrespectful as it sounds to be towards my family, but I wouldn't want to go into doing something I didn't enjoy. So it really, I couldn't tell you. Like I wouldn't know what I would be doing depending on what the family's views would be. So I have no idea. We got the shop in Newcastle. We're going to Newcastle. We're moving this soon, like this month soon. I'm being serious.
Yo, let's book a night out in Tokyo.
So we're booking that out, it's
It's happening. Aaron's just come to me now. I'm in the middle of an interview right now and he just said, guess what? I said, what? I thought he came up with some bag from Phil or something. He said, we're going to Newcastle, and I couldn't believe it. I could have cried, you know.
Yes, oh my god.
How excited are you?
Don't have to look for a job.
Innit? I'm so happy.
Oh, I feel so much better now. Oh my god.
Innit?
I feel a lot more happy with you. I don't have to doubt you about getting a shopping.
I couldn't believe it, honestly, this couldn't have happened. Dad's birthday is to get the shop. I haven't told my mum yet, don't put it on Facebook yet because I want to announce it. Well, I just found out by my manager that I've just got a shop in Newcastle, so I was very excited to tell my mum, my dad and my best friend. So I was very, very excited now for things to come. It's been a long wait, but it's all worth it now. Definitely worth it. Because you know, online is great, you know, but you know when you're in the store, it's extra, like it's a bonus, do you know what I mean? And that's when more people are interested, when they see the brand itself. And we've had so many people, not decline us, just want to pay more. And obviously, you're going to want, if you had something and you wanted to sell it, someone offered you tenner or someone offered you 30 quid, what would you go for? 30 quid. So, we've been so lucky. Like, it's I don't know, I'm lost for words right now still. Just to now move into Newcastle. Sorry, Newcastle. I'm excited. My favourite place to travel is London. I just like the vibe, the sort of atmosphere, and it's full of so many different people too. New York, I would say, is my number one. I've been there 4 times now. That's like the best place I've ever been. But obviously every year I like to go on like a hot holiday just to relax, take a break and stuff like that. Like I've just come back from Monte Carlo in south of France. I was there for a good 5 days. Interesting hobbies. I don't have any. I have no hobbies at all. my dad's always saying you should find a sport or find something you're interested in. But you know, with this job is so busy, it's not a 9 to 5 sort of job. It's very ongoing. Like I do all the social media myself, so the only time I really have to myself is if I'm on holiday where I've got stuff to cover and everything like that. But hobbies and interest wise, my interest is not to sound all cliche and just nice. It's just my hobby is to make people happy, so I guess that's all, really. My main inspiration, I would say, is my dad. He's the one who sort of he doesn't plan, like, because he's got his own business and he's had it for a long time now. He can sort of tell me which way to guide me through and everything like that. But then again, I inspire myself, because I wouldn't be as confident as I am today, or to be as more free or flexible of what I can do and achieve. So I'd say my staff, my mum and dad, and me as well. So it's very family orientated. When someone gives you their opinion on what you should do, then don't take it. I never took it. I didn't listen to nobody. I did what I wanted to do. I stepped beyond the barriers. I broke the rules. I did everything that you shouldn't do in a business. And I'm not saying that it's never gonna work, because it worked for me. But you don't always have to follow an instruction or a business plan. I had no business plan. So don't think it's hard, because it really isn't hard. You have to stick to it and just keep going, even if it's slow to start with. The first 2 years, and like Coca-Cola sold 26 bottles in their first year. That's my inspiration. I think of that every day and think, okay, if I sell one thing a day, I'm happy. So, don't listen to people who are going to try and bring you down, because they're only jealous at the end of the day. Like online now, I'll get people who say all sorts of crap to me, from wanting to die to saying your designs are shit and stuff like that. You just don't listen. But I thrive on stuff like that. Like, it makes my day to read stuff like that, because they're taking their time out of their life to say something to me. Go and find your job, or go and scrounge off your parents for something that you can never afford because you're not doing anything to sort of sustain your life. So at the end of the day, whatever thing negative people say to you is because they want to obviously be or do what you're doing. So take it as a positive. Thank you for watching my success story on UKVibe.TV. You can find Ratchet on www.ratchetclothing.co.uk, Ratchet Clothing on Facebook, Twitter, and Ratchet Clothing Company on Instagram. But on my personal information, it's Dhillan B on Instagram, Dhillan Ratchet on Twitter, and Dhillan Bhardwaj on Facebook. Thank you for watching.